Hi there. How
Fine.
you doing?
Fine.
Tell me, what you've been asking me a question about before?
I've been asking you a question about plastic surgeries and how
Mm-hmm.
they're halal. How they're not halal. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of like some plastic people making like plastic surgeries. The risk is like so high. That they end up like worse than before.
It is.
Yeah.
I've seen myself many cases like that. Women, they used to be beautiful. Wallahi, they used to be beautiful. But after they made that plastic surgery, they became because many of those plastic surgery they fail. And when these plastic surgeries fail, it becomes extremely ugly.
Can't the people who had the plastic surgery, if they ended up like ugly, can't they like sue
Mm-mm-mm.
the doctors who did the
They may
plastic
sue
surgery?
them. They'll tell them we tried our best. We tried our best. What can they do to them? Finish. Okay?
Hmm.
So this is, I would say, this is a punishment. It's in itself a punishment from Allah against those who obey the devil in doing these things. Okay? It's noteworthy that the devil said to Allah, I'm going to provoke them, to encourage them to change the creation of Allah.
Who said that?
The devil, it's Allah quoted him saying that in the Quran.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you find a woman, for example, who has good lips. Normally, it's very good, but after the surgery failed, the lips became so close to the mouth. Have you seen the bread when they um, take it out of the oven?
Mm-hmm.
It used to be inflated, just like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their lips become like this. It's
Yeah.
horrible. So no, that's not allowed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but some plastic surgeries, they like succeed, right? Or no, or all of them they
No,
fail.
it may succeed, it may not. But even if it succeeded, you can still see that it's not normal. It is not normal. And if it succeeded temporarily, afterwards it may take the side effect. It may become worse.
Mm-hmm.
Not at the same. Sometimes at the same time. Sometimes maybe after 5 years, because this is not normal. And everything is not normal. The consequences will be not normal.
Once I saw like a video of like 10 like a woman,
Mm,
okay,
mm,
normal woman. They
mm,
had plastic surgeries
mm,
that failed, okay, and some succeeded, but they still looked ugly, okay.
mm.
One of them was called Catwoman, okay. You can see
Oh my God, I
the
saw that.
mouth
Yeah,
was like a cat, and the hair was growing out from here.
yeah, yeah. Well, basically, I say even if it succeeded, okay, there's a punishment from Allah because they disobeyed Allah. This is disobedience. It's a sin. Okay,
Hmm.
the person should be contented as to how Allah created him or created her. Okay,
Hmm.
well, Alhamdulillah. Because all people, if they enter Jannah, they will be extremely beautiful, extremely gorgeous.
Cool.
Huh?
Hmm.
So there's no need to beautify yourself. In a matter of fact, it ends with um, how to say that? Uh, uglyizing. I don't know, there's no word like that, but it ends with them becoming ugly.
Being despicable.
Exactly. What question do you have for us today?
Yeah, before like
Forget about the plastic surgery. We
yeah,
end doing the
okay,
end of that.
okay.
Okay, another
Yeah.
question.
Yesterday, I've been like we've been like talking to like a kafar, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe like a person who didn't like become Muslim yet.
Mm,
Okay.
mm,
I asked him, did Jesus ever? He said he was Christian. Okay.
mm.
He told us that his God was Jesus and
All
three
right.
other gods.
Yeah.
Okay. But there were people before Jesus who were living just like us. Okay. Who created them? And people say that Jesus created people. Okay. But who created? But who
People
could?
before Jesus had
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
Well, I think some people may give an answer to this, saying, well, he was He was God, but he took another form. He took a form of a human being while he is the creator. They may give that answer. But the point here is, was he born? They're going to say yes. Now, among the necessary attributes of Allah, characters of Allah, he doesn't born. He has no beginning, he has no end. If you tell me that this God has a beginning, I say he's not God because he has a beginning and Allah has no beginning.
Mhm.
Once we say that Allah has a beginning, so we have to say, well, there must be a God before him. But
Yeah.
wait a minute. Allah has no beginning and he has no end.
Mhm.
Okay? But what I prefer you to say to him, do you believe that Jesus died? And he's going to say to you,
Yes.
yes.
Yes, he died in the cross.
Yeah.
Like this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I've seen some long time ago in Scotland in class.
Have you been to Scotland
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Remind me.
Huh?
Remind me.
Remember the big mosque? When we
Oh. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
When we were like when I was like studying there,
Mm.
I think in grade 2, I think,
Mm-hmm.
or something.
Mm-hmm.
The teacher brought he kept in his desk like a statue of like Jesus in a cross going like this, like he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's like they make like statues.
So the answer is, how do you believe that he is God and he died? Because also one of the necessary attributes of Allah, of God, that he doesn't die. Once you tell me that our God died, finish. I can easily say to you, well, you're worshiping the wrong person.
Well, what about if the guy says, okay, the Christians, the guy says, but he took a form of another man and he let that man turn into that.
Okay. No matter what form he takes, he shouldn't die.
Mhm.
No matter what form he takes, he shouldn't die. Okay?
But first of all, on top of all these questions, why do the Christians think why did the Christians think that Jesus is their God? I've heard that a long time ago, even before Jesus was killed, Christians used to be worshiping Allah with the Muslims.
The fact is that these ideas have been copied from a previous pagan religion. Christians don't know that before Christianity, there is a Roman religion called Mithraist religion. Mithraist religion. They follow a man called Mithra, and they call him the Son of God. And by the way, they said that his birthday was in, remember, 25 of
25 of
December.
December? Oh.
He was born at the 25th of December, which is exactly the same birth date given to Jesus. And that is one of the evidences that a copy had been taken from this previous religion given to Jesus. They only changed the name. The Romans, pagan Romans, they used to believe that Mithra is the Son of God. And he came down to save people from their sins, and he died for that. Exactly the same. But many Christians don't make investigation for the religion they have inherited from their parents. This is the point. You got any other question?
Yeah, but some Christians, they barely follow their religion.
It is.
I mean, like most of the Christians, they barely go to church on Sunday. They
Because
barely.
people are not convinced with this. They take it, even those who go to the church, they take it as a social visit, a cultural activity, social, cultural activity. In fact, they're not convinced. That's why, let me say the fact, and I think this goes exactly to what do you say, that people don't go to church because they're not convinced about that. You got any other question?
Yeah, about
Last question. You have a lot of questions and you're troubling me with your questions. What is the last question you got?
atheists.
Atheists. What about atheists?
I mean, like, what caused them to be atheists?
Good question. That renders us to the previous subject about Christianity. Because people realize that this is paganism. This is a man worshiping man. Jesus, as you said, I think I heard you saying that yesterday, that was Jesus eating, right?
Yeah.
Was Jesus drinking? So how can God eat and drink? If you say that this is God and he was eating, that means he needed, because why do we eat?
No.
What?
Right, the farm people, they supply the food, right? And people say that God supplies gives us like the animals, right? It's like Jesus, it's like Jesus is like supplying from the farm. I mean, like he's dependent from the farm.
No, the point, Habibi, the point is when you say that Jesus eats, he's not the supplier because he's needing, he's
Yes.
consuming.
Yeah.
How can the supplier be consumer at the same time? That's the point. The other point is why people became atheists, because they looked at that religion. Once you look at Jesus on the cross and he goes like that and he's helpless and he's almost naked. I mean, not totally, right?
Okay.
When a person looks at that, I mean, not all people are small-minded. There are people who analyze things, keep looking at things, criticize things. And he says, what is that? Is really our God like that? Weak, crucified, he can't do anything, he's bleeding. They put, a crown of thorn on over his head. These are fables. You know the word fable, what it means. What does it mean? What is fable?
What is fable?
Oh, I thought you know it.
No, I don't
Fables.
know.
Ancient fables, ancient stories. Fables, things that are not fact. Fable. Fable stories. Fake. So I said, oh, these are fables. We don't believe in it. So the person keeps himself calling himself Christian, while in a matter of fact, he's not Christian. But some of them, they start to have a negative reaction against the principle of being religious. They say, we don't want that religion anymore. We don't want to believe God. Now, in a certain angle, you may say, yeah, they're right in something because they saw these mistakes in Christianity. That's why they became atheists.
Then why don't they go to another? Why don't they search for another religion?
That's the point. That is the point. They're not excused to say, well, forget about religion. They're following their desires. God had set, he created his creatures, and he will not be leaving them without his constitution of guidance. So he sent with them or for them the constitution of guidance, which they need. If it was not found in Christianity, it doesn't mean that it has no existence. They must look for it, as you said, they must look for it from another place. And I'm proud to say, and I think you agree with me, I'm proud to say that Islam is the religion that they should be looking at, investigating. Allah said in the Quran, shouldn't they ponder the Quran? أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ. I think you like the Quran, especially when I recite. Do you like my voice?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me before that my voice is good.
Because I'm shy to tell you.
All right. So, shall I recite it? Can you recite it behind me, after me, if I recite it? You try.
Okay.
أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ.
أفلا
يتدبرون
يتدبرون
يتدبرون القرآن
القرآن
ولو كان من عند غير الله لوجدوا فيه اختلافا كثيرا. If it was
Okay.
from someone other than Allah, you should certainly find therein many
Many.
inconsistencies, many contradictions. But this book, the Quran, since it was revealed by Allah, Allah created the universe without mistakes. So the one who created everything without mistake. Look at you, for example. Alhamdulillah. Since many, many years, you did not visit the hospital, did you? Did you have any surgery? We're not talking about plastic surgery. We're talking about any surgery.
What is the meaning of surgery and plastic surgery?
Plastic surgery, you know those artificial surgeries for, enlarging the lips, enlarging the cheeks, etc. These stuff. Okay. So Alhamdulillah. Look, this is a sign of Allah's perfectness, that He creates people. They did not go to hospital. They did not have problems. Yes, there might be other people. But basically, if Allah can create people who never needed to go to hospital, that means Allah is perfect in His creation. Now, as for the other kinds of people, that has a certain reason for that. And by the way, we should not be questioning Allah.
We're giving doubts.
Exactly. But rather, we will be questioned by Allah as to what we used to be doing. Any other question? Shall I go? I need to go. Can you let me go now? Or I shall stay with you?
Your choice.
What are these lines that you wrote here?
Most people in Dubai, they wear like dirty clothes and bad clothes. I know the reason why. It's because the president or like mayor, the government. Okay, better.
Don't put me in politics.
No, the
because
government.
I'm gonna be in trouble. You wanna put me in trouble, you guy?
No.
All right. We should give nasiha, advice. Okay? We should give nasiha and advice to people that you shouldn't be doing as you saw me doing. Okay? Sometimes we do that. We have to do that. We have to give advice. Okay? So this is a mistake. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide those people. And we ask Allah to support the leader in this country, okay, to make his rules more strict against the corruption that we see. Is that the thing that you wrote here? What is the other question? Oh, that was about.
Yeah, that was we answered it before.
All right, I think that's enough for today. Thank you very much. Do you want to be with me at another time?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much. No, we're not fighting like that. Just shake normally like this and give a word to the public. Do you have anything to say to them?
No.
Okay, give them a word of thankfulness.
Thanks.
No, to them, not to me. To them. Look at the camera.
I have nothing to say.
Okay, thank you very much. Take care. Barakallah feek. May Allah raise you as a good Muslim, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let Muslims be benefited by you.
I mean.
Barakallah feek. Alhamdulillah.